2 videos in 1 week, Jack. What's going on? This is not like you. Stop it. I don't like it. You need to slow down. Right, okay. Today, I'm going to talk to you about inspirations. Oh yeah, my glasses. Somebody complained about that last time, so I'll put them on for you, just to make you happy. Better? Before we start though, people have been asking what that is. Somebody asked if it was a body bag. Yes. Yeah, in the background of my shot, I just kept criminal evidence. It's just a suit bag, it's a bag for a suit. It shouldn't be on the fireplace though, to be honest with you. It's a fire hazard. It's also Kieran's, and he's now in Manchester for 2 months. Alright, influencers. When I started YouTube, there was no one really doing a lot on YouTube, so there was no one to be influenced by, there was no styles. If you can cast your mind back this far, if you were even on YouTube at this point, around 2008, there was a YouTube, he's still doing stuff now I think, called Make Me Bad 35, and he influenced me when I was a teenager, when I was young. He was the one who influenced me. He just made silly speed up videos, he reversed himself. They're called like being crazy or something, just something really, really silly things that like no one else had done on YouTube yet. So it was blowing my mind that somebody could just actually turn on a camera and do this themselves. But at the same time, it looked accessible enough that I wanted to figure out how to do that. Jumping forward a little bit, I then found somebody he's now my mate. This is amazing. That's what's so amazing about the internet. His name's Dominic Fear, or Dom Ferrer is his real name. You should check him out. He's the most talented person I've ever met. And then I found out he's my age, if not just a little bit younger. And that's what drove me on as well, to kind of want to make more sort of filmic stuff. Outside of YouTube though, I've always just been into films. James Bond when I was growing up, Peter Pan was a big one, and also Hook because it was related to Peter Pan. These are all just things that are just in my head that are always going to influence me. And what's so great about being in a duo as well is that influences like hit each other, and sometimes they'll bounce off each other and nothing will be married, but sometimes they work together really well. So Dean's more influenced by horror and that sort of genre, which doesn't interest me, but then when you marry it with the sort of the stuff that I'm into, it creates this new, well, hopefully new idea. And that's ultimately what I want to talk about, is through making stuff, you always develop a new style. You should do anyway, otherwise you're just mirroring other people's stuff. And if you're wanting to create something, why are you wanting to just create something that's already been done? You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to spend time making something that somebody else has already done? And you clearly love it, so why would you want to make it again? And it seems like the more that, that's very close. And it seems the more that YouTube grows, the sort of more influential its creators are being on people. So if I were to ask you now, which I will do, who are you influenced by? Your head may go straight to YouTubers. I'll be interested if it is, and I'll be interested if it isn't. And I'm not saying that being influenced by YouTubers is a bad thing. I'm very influenced by YouTubers all the time. My friends and also people on YouTube that I watch that I don't know personally, but would love to. That's the great thing in it about YouTube. You want to be mates with the person that makes the stuff. Whereas like when Spielberg or Christopher Nolan or Tim Burton makes a film, you don't go, I just want to be mates with him. But when I'm watching somebody on YouTube, like recently, I'm really into Casey Neistat, and I think he's brilliant, and I really respect the way that he can integrate making, you know, this sort of filmic daily vlog into his real life. Like, I could never do that and think about sort of how I'm going to film every aspect, which is part of the reason why my pretentious monthly scrapbook is now gone, because I just couldn't keep that sort of stuff up. But he does it every day. It's amazing. Like me, sometimes I think, oh, I found my style, I found the way that I'll make stuff, I'll probably just develop that. It always just wants to change. I always get bored really easily. So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk to you about. So now I pass the question on to you. Oh, I've tripped a bit. Hazard. Who influences you? What did they do? Why did they influence you? Is it a different thing that influences you to do something else, like, you know, how books inspire movies, all that sort of stuff? Yeah, let me know. Right, okay, now I'm going to Radio 1. Come on now. No, I don't want too much, but the way you look, I can't ignore. No. Well, we're going to do Radio 1 now. We've done Radio 1 live. How many times now, Dean? Have we done Radio 1 live? I feel like we've done it quite a bit now. We're kind of used to it. We're kind of pros, you know, veterans. We're better than Dan and Phil.
Yeah, definitely. 6 times.
Dan, say hello.
Hiya.
Oh, you don't even in shot. There we go. Fixed it. There we go.
Right.
Dan's the producer and makes things not go wrong. But remains to be seen.
Do you normally get a taxi or?
No, I usually just get the tube. Another successful radio show in the bag. I think it was successful anyway. Did you listen to it? I hope you liked it. if you didn't, just don't say anything about that. I can just live not knowing that you didn't enjoy it.
Talk about star ratings on Ubers.
Yeah.
I've got 4.5. Don't know
you
what
really?
I've done. I've got 4.5. Don't know what I've just done to deserve only a half a star.
I'm interested now. I want to know what mine is.
I didn't beat my driver up, so.
When?